Hello everybody and welcome to another round of the Let's Make Felipe Massa World Champions Series. We are here for round 11, the second half of the season here at Magna Negadic in Budapest in Hungary. Arguably one of the worst tracks for me in career mode, and hopefully this will not continue in this series, as last time out in... I can't remember where we were last time. Where were we? I think it was Silverstone. We managed to pick up a win in very poor conditions on our home track. Obviously not Massa's, of course, but we're here at Hungary where the second half of the season will begin, and it's the most critical part of the season, this one. So, yeah, European-wise, this is my worst European track on the calendar, I've got to say. So, European worst track. Overall, there's quite a few across the world, but there's the standings for you. Bottas still leads by 4 points from his teammate Lewis Hamilton, then 40 points back is Daniel Ricciardo. We're somewhere around P5 on the in the championship there, and there's apparently Lance Stroll, but it's obviously Bottas, but we can't change his face. But speaking of Bottas, there he is on pole position with a 20.9, which is pretty quick around an Ultimate AI round here. And there is us getting a respectable P9 on the grid, I've got to say. So I'm very happy to get that, considering this is my worst European track of the season. But here is the grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Bottas is on pole, Ricciardo second, Raikkonen in P3, then Max Verstappen, who is currently leading the poles in the video at Austria, in P4, and the rest of the field will be on your screen right now, and hopefully your favourite drivers there. Vettel and Hamilton got 5 grid penalties, so we moved up from 9th to 7th on the grid, which helps us a little bit, so we'll see how we crack on there. And you'll see the Manners at the back of the field who get disqualified at the end of the first lap. We had a little bit of an issue with them in qualifying, if you saw it, guys. So if you want to watch qualifying, guys, it's exclusively for those who are watching it live right now. And if you want to see it, guys, make sure you hit that like button right now and you subscribe to the channel for more daily content of the Let's Make Driver World Champion Series as well. It's a free stop strategy, but we won't be doing that. We're going to be doing something a little bit cheeky on the strategy this evening. We're going to try and stick to that strategy because I do not want to go on the medium compound tyre, because it is despicable, I've got to say, around there. If you're experiencing lag, by the way, make sure you turn your auto quality on so you don't have any issues right there. We will be skipping the formation app because I'm on a little bit of a time. I've got to get a stream done in an hour, so we're going to just skip the formation app completely. I know a lot of you don't like it, so we're going to start anyway, but here we go then. Round 11 of the Let's Make Massa World Champion Series here in Hungary is go, and it's a sort of a good start from us as well off the grid, and Stroll has a good start as well, and then we've got Kvyat down the inside as well. We're going to go 3 wide going into turn 1, and hopefully we get through this cleanly. We're 3 wide at the minute down the middle of Raikkonen and also Danny Kvyat, and we're up to 4th place, lads. What a start that was out of turn 1, and we're going to do pretty well here as long as we survive and don't cause mayhem on this in this Grand Prix. My aim is to finish the race, really, but we've got a good run here on Verstappen. We could try and make a cheeky move into the corner, and we do indeed move up to P3, so it's a great start from us. There's been contact behind. There's no safety car, unfortunately, because of the Manners get disqualified, and it brings out the virtual safety car, even the safety car in the race. So we're not going to be using that, guys, in the series until there's a fix for that, unless we just keep, or we just chuck Manor back into the championship, but that won't be realistic, of course. But at the minute, P3, not too bad, I've got to say, for us. It's a good start for us there. Up 4 places off the grid, off our grid slot there. But Bottas leads. Ricciardo's in second, and it's us in P3. And then it's Ricciardo's teammate Verstappen in P4. And there's confirmation of the Manners going to be disqualified right now. But we're going to be under pressure from Max Verstappen, who we drove in last a question mark a few days ago, which we won. If you guys watched that one, it's a classic, and I would advise watching it. And there is Rossi's car parked on the left-hand side, and he's not getting out of the way, actually, so that's a bit disappointing. And there he goes, finally disqualified from the race a little bit later than Rio Haryanto was, but 35 laps of the Grand Prix. So, yeah, it's not going too well, actually, I've got to say. Not too shabby. We are going to try and do some undercuts here on the AI if we can in this race. We're not going to try and go long on tyres and try and do some risky strategies. We've got to stick with what Jeff mentions at the start there of the strategies a little bit. But Hungary, if you just joined, my worst European track of the calendar. I never say a few tracks are my worst, but European tracks, this is by far the worst by a country mile in terms of pace and consistency. And the luck we've had around here in previous career modes as well does not help my cause. I'll be amazed if I pull off a P3. Hold it, Ryan. Just held it there. But we lose 2 positions, unfortunately. Vettel on the recovery, actually, from his penalty. But we're going to just try and get past him here. Use his slipstream. Now some side draft as well. And then get some slipstream from Max Verstappen to try and get back, and we do get the move back on Vettel, and we move back up to P4. So unfortunate there, that little mistake we made, but this is what I mean. I'm not a fan of this Grand Prix track, so we'll have to see how we get on there. But I think the win is out of the question today. I'm not going to lie to you guys. If I win this race, it's a miracle. I've been blessed by God to finish this race. Finish the Grand Prix is definitely something there. As Raikkonen behind, out of the Grand Prix, so we're going to gain on him in some cheeky points there on Raikkonen, so we could jump him here in the standings, because I think he's just ahead of us actually overall. I'm not 100% sure on the current, I can't remember the standings right now, but I'm pretty sure I think we're just a place behind him, I think. I'm not too sure. But Raikkonen, big name out of the Grand Prix then. A little bit wide, unfortunately. Not what I wanted, but P4's not bad though on Ultimate AI around Hungary. I've got to say I'm particularly happy with my pace right now. Apart from that mistake we made at the penultimate corner, I will take where I am right now. Get some nice slipstream as well on Verstappen along with DRS. We should be fine behind. Vettel won't try and make a move on us, which is good. Do some short shift. Vettel getting a good exit out of turn 2 or turn 1, whatever you want to call it. I'm not too sure. But let's see some Magno Negadic in the chat, guys. Let's get that spamming right now. So Magno Negadic. I know a lot of you are fans of that word, so fire away. As Verstappen's having a little bit of a mare in the first sector, or at the start of the second sector. Just this middle sector, the AI are pretty quick in compared to us. I am running a Monaco Grand Prix set, so I'm running the same setup we ran at Monaco, just because it's high downforce this track, and I think it's pretty similar in terms of how tight the corners are, and it's highly downforce. So I've gone with the same setup we ran at Monaco a few races ago. So the traction's going to be the one problem for me, so that's why you may see me go up a couple of gears. Like there, for example, up to 4th, just to help me with the rear end. Get that settled, but we're going to get a good run here on Max Verstappen out of the corner. A little bit of a slide, but we're going to have a nice run here on Verstappen. There should be an easy move on Max, and we get it done easily into turn, before even turn 1, and we move back up to P3. So back to where we were, and now our quest now to hunt down Ricciardo is on. But he is fighting with Bottas, so if they keep fighting, we can close the gap a little bit, but we need to keep an eye on these tyres, because you can see they're already up to nearly 40% all around. So maybe we could do the cheeky undercut, and try something a little bit different, maybe on strategy. But I am going to be sticking with Jeff's strategy today. I'm not feeling the mediums around here. But just got to get into the groove now. That's the main priority right now. Running a little bit too deep there. Over the curbs. Not what I need. Oh, and again running wide. We've got another subscriber rolling in. Absolutely fantastic. Welcome very much to the channel. Probably said that wrong. But you know me, I like to say some stupid things at times, all for you guys' entertainment. But we're now under pressure now, the gap is 4 seconds to Ricciardo, and Vettel has got past Verstappen, I believe. So Vettel now on the back of us, so that's not what I want, but we'll see when Jeff wants us in the pits. We're around about this time actually, so we could maybe squeeze out another lap here, depending on how good our tyres are at the end of this lap. But I think I may pit this lap right now. Yep, I hate mediums too, Ashton. So hopefully the car... Oh my lord! Saved it. Yep, I think I'm pitting this lap. I think the tyres are definitely gone now. The back ends have just gone. No grip in them. So we get another subscriber rolling in. Great to see, but we're going to pit this lap. Verstappen now looking very hungry right now to try and get past. Nice hungry pun there, reference, whatever you want to say. Hopefully no one's pitting. Alright, they're staying out. Okay, that's good. We're going to pit this lap. Trying to do a cheeky undercut on some of these guys. And there we go then for our first pit stop then. We're the first ones to blink. Remember, these are going to be in traffic when they come in the pit. So this is good timing actually. We're going to another set of super softs. And then we'll run 2 soft stints at the end of the Grand Prix. So we'll see how long we can go on there. And we're getting some clean air as well, which is the main factor as well, which is definitely where I wanted to be right now. So I'm in a very nice position in terms of track position. So definitely a good spot here to really attack now on a fresh set of super softs and just go for it. Just run a little bit too deep, but this is what I need, just some clean air and absolutely go for it now. And see what we can do in terms of lap time and close the gap down to at least Sebastian Vettel. I think he's our rival in this race. Unless Bottas and Ricciardo are doing 4 stops today, my main priority is Vettel, as I took too much curb there. Not what I needed, and it just unsettles the car and we lose a little bit of time there, which is not the best, but we'll take it anyway. Just about there, but the target today, guys, I forgot to even mention the like target on the video. 150 likes is your target today, guys. If you can smash that, that'll be absolutely fantastic. And if you guys want to be even more cheeky, you can try and hit 200. I know you guys can do it, but we've hit every like target in the series so far. Can we make it 11 in 11 races, guys? Can you guys do it? It's up to you, but I'm pretty sure you can. Sam Thompson, thank you for subscribing to the channel. We're up to P10. We've got Van Dorn now behind us. The stop of the waffle is now on the soft tyres. And we're back into the points as we're closing in now on Carlos Sainz, who has yet to make a pit stop. Something's happened up ahead. Yellow flags. Magnussen's out. K-Mag. There he is. He's parked his car there, so I don't know if that's an engine failure. No, that was a poor line there, Ryan. Very poor line. Still nothing from the stewards have got to say, so Cody's, what are you doing? Very naughty, but I did lose time, to be fair, when I came off the corner and when I ran wide, so I did lose time. Oh, that was a very late there into the corner. Again, running wide, just being too cheeky for my liking. As the rest of the field are into the pits, then Bottas comes in. What's his tyre going to be? I'm not too sure. But a lot of people coming in the pits, so this is our great chance here to see if we can jump Sebastian Vettel in the pit lane. I'm pretty sure we won't, but you know what Vettel's like. As we do get the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, it's going to be pretty close. There's Vettel, and we do get ahead of him there just about as we are in P4. Bottas ahead of us on the medium compound tyres. very cheeky, I've got to say, from Bottas' side of things, but he's on the slower tyre in this Grand Prix. So this is really the most important time, and I think he's got traffic up ahead as well. That is going to help us. This is what we need. A little bit too deep into the corner again. But now we need to see if we can open the gap to Sebastian Vettel before we pit again. Is going to be the question here, but I don't... It's going to be a hard one, but I'll see what I can do. I'm going to give it everything I've got. We've gone purple yet again. Gap's just over a second to Seb. On that short shift, there's a few more people in the pits. Bottas is still behind someone, and I think he won't be there for too long. And I think it's Ricciardo, actually. It is Ricciardo. Ricciardo's actually took the lead of the Grand Prix as we get the fastest lap for the second consecutive lap. As we're just slowly building a gap. Hopefully Ricciardo and Bottas can keep squabbling, because this is helping me catch up. We can just see the back of the Mercedes right now when they have that gap of 4 seconds. I think it's going to be less than that, maybe, by the time we hit them. It's down to 3.5 at the minute. And we've gone purple yet again in the first sector, so we are really, really confident on these super soft tyres, I've got to say. Maybe 4 stops could be a good idea, but I doubt it, to be fair. I think we'll probably stick with the 3 stop and go on to 2 soft stints. And again, running too much on the grass there, running too wide, and we lose all that time we gained in the first sector, in that middle sector. And again, too much curb as Vettel will take the initiative and close that gap down on us because of that little mistake we made. And short shift out the final corner, hopefully to help us. And we'll see what the gap is right now. Ricciardo leads the Grand Prix then. Bottas will be second, and we here, tyre wear is definitely horrible around here. I can definitely confirm that. So that's why we are doing... I don't want to go on the mediums because they're just so bad, and my pace on them in practice was terrible. I was like nearly 2 seconds slower on the medium tyre. Just couldn't connect, just couldn't, you know, get to grips with them and get them competitive times with them. So that's why I'm running with this strategy of super softs and soft tyres for this Grand Prix and not run the mediums. A bit of a slide. Got a little bit of a slide. Vettel's getting very feisty now. I think his softs are now up to temperature and he's going to try and get past me quickly. As the AI ahead of us are slowly putting away, so I think these mediums are starting to go off a little bit in terms of grip. A little bit too deep again. A little bit wide again. Vettel's going to get a good run on us here. We've still got rich mix, so we should be able to defend from Sebastian Vettel here if we can. But he's going to go down the inside anyway. We're going to have to give him the room. A little bit of room. Nearly squeezes us actually, but we managed to hold it there around the outside, and we defend and we hold on to P3 for the time being, of course. So that's pretty good for us to defend very nicely around the outside of the Ferrari there. And we hold on. Just about hold on. Running too deep again into the corner. Again, running a little bit too aggressive on the curbs, so slows us down a little bit. Just brings Vettel back into the mix. See, any dancing Sebastian Vettel things popping up right now would be ideal for any Vettel fans. So if you haven't subscribed and you're a fan of Vettel, make sure you slap that subscribe button right now. We'll give Vettel the encouragement to try and pass me. Of course. That's run a little bit too deep as well. We'll go for one more lap and then we may pit this next lap coming up. But our tyres are starting to go off the cliff, right? They are starting to go off. 47, you say that, 47% as Vettel's going to try and get the move done. We're going to try and do the same thing again and hold it round the outside as we can. Try and get a good exit as well. We're going to be side by side now with Seb going in towards turn 3. We should have the inside line and we're just going to hold it there. And we just about hold on to P3 again. So very good defending there. I think now our priority now is to forget the win of the race. We need to now defend from Sebastian Vettel and harm his front tyres with dirty air. It's the only way we can do it now. So there may be a little bit of a all aboard the Rhine train, the Massa train. Occupation 1, or you know, population 1, Sebastian Vettel. We're going to maybe go up for one more lap. We'll squeeze another one in because I think it's fine. The tyres aren't too bad because maybe got to think as well Vettel may pit in a few laps time as well for his second pit stop. In maybe 3 laps after we pits, maybe. So we could try and do a little bit of a cheeky undercut on Vettel again. Or maybe even trying the medium. I'm considering mediums to the end of the race, maybe. Canadian Elmo, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Here comes Vettel. But no, Vettel can't get the move done. Stays where he is. Look at the tyres, 55%. So I think we'll pit this lap for a set of the soft tyre. We've gone further than we should be. Because I think we should have pitted maybe around about lap 12, lap 13. So we've gone a couple of laps longer. Mario, I think that is. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Do appreciate it, my good friend. So we've run too wide again. And I think this is a sign to pit. What should we do, guys? Do you want me to pit this lap? Or maybe squeeze one more lap out? It's your choice, it's your choice, guys. But we will be going on to the soft tyres in our next stint. So what do you want me to do? Stay out one more lap or pit? A little bit, yep. I think we're going to pit right now. But I want to see what you guys say in the chat. The first comment that pops up with pit or no pit will be the deciding factor. Don't like the mediums, that's why I've ignored it. Okay, Rico, we're taking your opinion, mate. We'll pit this lap. Onto some soft compound tyres. Not the best way to enter the pits around here, but we'll take it anyway. And where's this going to pop us is the question right now. And we'll come in. Oh, Williams, that's a poor pit stop. Come on. Stroll's coming in as well. So it's a double shuffle for Williams. As we've got some other subscribers rolling in right now. It's great to see, but hopefully we can get into some clean air again. Maybe get out of... Oh, hello. Lewis Hamilton's in a cheeky battle. I don't know who it's with, but it's with Carlos Sainz. So we just get ahead of him there. Very crucial, that. Very, very crucial. Especially to get out ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who is on those medium compound tyres. So very, very convenient for us to get ahead of the Englishman. And we will do the same that we did in the early stage of the Grand Prix. And attack now on soft compound tyres. Got one more pit stop in us. Get these to maybe lap 26 and then pit again for soft tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. We're not going for the win here. I did say this at the start of the race that I would not expect the victory here unless Ricciardo and Bottas and Vettel possibly all retire from the race. If you take them out the equation, we were pretty good as we're now on the back of Ocon in the beautiful pink Force Indias. We're going to go down the inside. A little bit of an aggressive move, but we get it done and we move up to P9. So we're still in the points. And no sign of the AI pitting yet. Obviously, Bottas and Ricciardo will stay out for a few more laps on those medium compound tyres. So I think they will be doing 3 stops here as well. but go the harder route. So we'll wait and see how that works out for them. So we've got Checo Perez, the burrito ahead of us in P8. And Ocon hopefully can defend from Lewis Hamilton a little bit. Just running a little bit too deep. And again, we seem fine at the minute, but we are putting away from Ocon. But we've now got a free-way scrap right now. I think it's for P7. P6, sorry. With Perez, I think that's Kvyat and a Haas of Grosjean, the French baguette, is leading that train right now, and we don't want to get behind these guys and get held up for a long time, so we've got to try and get past them as quickly as possible in this Grand Prix. It is adamant right now that we get past these lot, as we're still going purple though, so it's not too bad. Getting a good run here. A little bit of a cheeky lockup. No sign of the AI pitting, so this is going to work out very nicely for when Vettel pits, of course. Going to try and do the switch back here on Perez and try and get the move done on him. We run a little bit wide, but that forcing is going to get DRS. We get the fastest lap. As we're closing in, we're going to try and make a move on Perez. And also Kvyat as well with the AI braking really early if they're in a train. So we're like, thank you very much. And we'll take the place as Perez actually gets past Kvyat as well. So Kvyat having a nightmare of a first lap there. And we're now on the back of the French baguette now. Romain Grosjean in P6 right now. And who's that ahead of us actually? I don't know who that is, but we can't make the pass here on Grosjean. We've got to stay put for the time being as we nearly went to the back of the Haas driver. I'm going to try and get the commitment around the outside. Just can't get it done, but he goes a little bit wide. And we'll try and get the move done around the outside if we can. And it's Van Dorn next, and we get the move done at the chicane. What a move that was by us. And we're now up to P6 in the Grand Prix. Next up is the Waffle himself, Stoffel, in the McLaren Honda, doing a good job there. Even though the McLaren is terrible with its Honda engine, it's very good on its tyres, it seems, which has got them the points that they need ready with the car that they have in the championship. But still, no sign of Vettel pitting is the question. That's very intriguing to see right there. So Vettel maybe going for the 2-stop here, which is a little bit risky, as you will lose so much time. But we're going to come across the line. It's a little bit slow, but we'll have to deal with it because we had to get past a few people. That French baguette, get out of the way. I love you guys' comments. Absolutely fantastic comments. I've got to say that as well. So if you guys are liking what you see right now, then make sure you hit that like button right now. The target is 150 likes, and then if you guys smash it, let's go for 200 if you can as well. And if also, like that guy's just done there, subscribe as well if you want to see more of this Let's Make Driver World Champion series, as the next driver in mind is going to be either Max Verstappen, Ricciardo, or Valtteri Bottas. And the poll will be back for the next race on Friday, as if you guys don't know, I'm not available tomorrow or Wednesday for streaming because I am busy with my girlfriend for the next couple of days. But I have got videos lined up for you guys, so don't worry. There is going to be daily content on the channel, which I haven't done in quite some time, I've got to say. So just thought I'd get that one out there for you guys. But we'll be back on Thursday for the Last Question Mark series, round 3 at Bahrain, driving as Valtteri Bottas' Mercedes car. So, and we're also trying out a new feature for you guys to put your predictions in, which I feel is a lot easier and a lot better, and just stops spamming the chat. But anyway, we get past the Waffle finally, and we move up now to P5, and we've got Max Verstappen next in P4, who hasn't made his pit stop yet, of course, as he is on those medium compound tyres, remember. And is that Vettel just ahead of him there? That's interesting if we close the gap massively to Seb, and we get another subscriber rolling in right now. And I think these guys, if they are planning on doing what I think they're going to do, they will pit for mediums again, and that will be them done for the Grand Prix, which will be very interesting if they decide to go down that route. But I feel this is the perfect strategy for us, as I don't like the mediums, as I've mentioned earlier in the race. feel we've done pretty well to be where we are in this Grand Prix, considering out of all the European tracks on the calendar, this is by far the worst for me on European soil. But there's loads of Asian or transatlantic tracks that I despise as well, but this, on a European perspective, is my worst race. So going into this, I wasn't feeling getting any points prior to coming into this race, this stream, from the practice we did, so I decided to avoid using the mediums in the Grand Prix and just go with the super soft and the soft tyres and see how we crack on. But now we are on to lap 20. We've got 16 laps to go then in this Grand Prix, and I've got to say I'm doing very nicely here. I've got to say we're in a very nice position. Tyres aren't an issue for now, but maybe the possibility of jumping onto some super softs maybe is the question. If we can get these tyres to lap 28, then there is a possibility of switching it up and doing 3 sets of super soft tyre. Would be very cheeky, I've got to say. But if I'm honest, I don't think we'll get that, so we are going to play the safe option and just go for a set of the soft tyres again, as we're going to get to the back of Nico Hülkenberg now, who is the next man ahead of us now, and we're going to lap him for the first time. Which just run a little bit too deep there. He gets the blue flag, so hopefully he can get out of the way for us. But we've got a nice gap to Checo Perez behind. You can see on the map where he is on the map on the track, and that's good for us, so we can pull away and get some clean air, which is important. And no sign. We've got someone in the pit then. I think Verstappen's coming in as Hülkenberg finally lets us through. So thank you very much for finally letting us through, Hülkenberg. And I think Verstappen's in the pit. And what's he going on? It's actually Vettel in the pit. So this is going to be very interesting to see where Vettel comes out in all this. And I think we're going to beat him yet again, as he's now on to the medium compound tyres. So he's going to go to the end of the Grand Prix on those tyres, unless he pits for some super soft tyres, which I doubt he will, and see if he can get those to the end. And unfortunately, he's not been overtaken by Stoffel Van Dorn, unfortunately, which is what I wanted. So it's a bit annoying, but we'll just have to take it on the chin and just carry on. And just pray that his tyres don't get up to temperature very quickly. But I feel we're going to be somewhere in the P5 position, as low as P5 in this race, unless we have a puncher or we have penalties or the AI ahead of us have an issue. I think we'll stay as low as P5 in this Grand Prix, but we'll wait and see. As we've lost another one. Carlos Sainz is now out of the Grand Prix. So we've lost quite a few drivers here today. We've lost 3 retirements already. We've lost Magnussen, we've lost Sainz, and obviously Kimi Räikkönen as well from the start of the race. So 3 retirees, not what we want to see, of course, but what can you say? I mean, if it happens, it happens. It's look at the Irish really on who retires and who doesn't. You never know, we could retire with an engine failure. You never know that. Alfie's under investigation. Oh, hello. Got yellow flags out. Who's this for then? We've got another retirement here. Or is this going to be Carlos Sainz's car? I think it's Sainz, and it is Carlos Sainz's car. Thought for a minute there it was Max Verstappen's car, or even Bottas's car, which would be quite nice. But for the championship, just spice it up a little bit. But we've not got long left to go now. 14 laps to go. I think we've got some traffic up ahead as well. Just a little bit of a tanky. But I've got to say, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. We've got that 5-second gap to Vettel. Remember, on the last 10 laps, we were going to be pushing on fresh soft tyres and hunt Vettel down and close that deficit down, because he's going for that 2-stop, remember. We're going for the 3-stop here this evening and see if we can get that done and dusted, hopefully. So we're going to come off the corner then. Lap 23 we go. We'll check the tyres. 38%, so they can go for a couple more laps. Maybe even the super softs could be played into this mix now. I feel if we can do 7 laps on them, if we can hold these tyres out a little bit longer, then we could maybe go for that strategy, possibly. You just got to say the what if situation right now. So we'll have to wait and see really if the strategy works here. So we'll wait and see. Ooh, that was a little bit too aggressive there. But what do you guys think I should do? Should I try and gamble and stay out to lap 28 and go on to some super softs? Or do you think I should pit for softs in the next couple of laps? What do you guys think I should do? Let me know in the chat right now, guys. What shall I do is the $1 million question here this evening. There's another subscriber rolling in, which is great to see. Thank you so much for your support, guys, tonight. Absolutely insane over the last week or so, with the channel blowing up, which is absolutely great to see. And this is what I like to do. These streams are a great way for you guys to get involved with us as content creators, YouTubers as well. And I just love getting involved with you guys. I love interacting with you. I like talking in the chat to you guys as well. And don't forget as well, we have a Discord as well, where you guys can come along, join us, and you all need Discord if you want to win a copy of F1 2017 with Last question mark, which will return on Thursday if you guys don't know already. Gamble, stay out. A lot of you saying gamble. Cheeky. One more soft stint. So we'll wait and see. A lot of you saying stay out. Medium. No. No, it's too late for mediums now. If we were going to go on mediums, we would have done what Max Verstappen did. Or when Vettel pitted. When Vettel made his pit stop, that was the window for the mediums. Anything less than that, soft tyres will get you to the end of the Grand Prix quite comfortably. A little bit. And apparently we've hit 13.5 subscribers already, so thank you so much, guys. We're getting close to 15,000 subscribers. And then our next aim is 20k. Is my next target for the channel, and it will be amazing to smash it. So Verstappen's finally in the pits, I think. So Max is in, and we're going to get some slipstream as well from Marcus Ericsson as well. And there is a Ferrari, which is not what I want to see, but we'll just have to take it anyway if Vettel gets past us. But we will be on those super soft tyres. We could cement P5, which I'll be very delighted about, if I'm honest with you. Vettel is there, and hopefully Ericsson can get out of the way and not do what he did to us in career mode, if you guys remember that. If you've been a subscriber for a very long time, when F1 2016 first came out, then you would know what happened to us and a certain Marcus Ericsson. The season before, we went to Littlemore GP, and we had him as our teammate, of course. So we'll look at the tyres quickly. 50%. Now, I don't think super softs are worth it now, guys. I think we're just going to lose too much time. So I think we may box this lap. I think we've got to react to Verstappen, really, is the main factor. We've got to react to Verstappen. We don't know what tyres he's on. I think he's on soft, so we have to try and fight for dear life. But we could maybe hold out. But I think, for the fairness of you guys in the chat, a lot of you are saying pits, so we are going to pit. So I don't think the softs would last to lap 28 in terms of performance. So we're going to take the very conservative route. We will box this lap for a set of the soft tyres. I mean, the AI ahead of us have pitted anyway. Bottas and co. And we've just got a penalty. For God's sake, Brian. Drive-through penalty. And I just completely bottled it. Oh dear. Oh dear, Ryan. I'm going to see that now in the chat. Right now, so let's get some bottles in the chat right now. We're going to lose out here to Verstappen. Stroll's in the pits again, so we're going to go something a little bit different here. We're going to go all-out attack until we have to definitely pit for a drive-through. We could still come out in P5 here, because there is Van Dorn, and I don't think we'll beat Verstappen and co if they're all on soft tyres right now. Yep, 75% is a puncher. I can definitely confirm that right now. No point staying out. Yep, we've bottled it. Yep, Nigel, we have. I tell you what, if I come out the pits of the drive-through and we're still in P5, I'm just going to be glad, really. I don't think we're going to fight Verstappen. I don't think we've got the pace, really. If they're all on the same tyre, we've got no chance, really, to keep up with them. So, I know a lot of you are going to be saying, bottle Ryan, bottle. Yes, I did, but do you guys really think I could be fighting with the likes of Vettel, Ricciardo, Bottas and Verstappen, who are all on have got faster cars than me around this track? It's going to be very difficult to try and manage that, but luckily for us, Van Dorn behind is on the medium tyres, so even if we do get passed by Stoffel, by the time we do our drive-through, then that's not too bad. And obviously Hulkenberg's just given us a bit of DRS there, so thank you very much. And we'll have to pit next lap, but we are going to be going full pelt now for Rich. So let's see how we go, guys. Do you think we can get ahead of Stoffel the Waffle? Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you think we can do it? And we'll preserve P5 if we do, so that's my aim right now. And, oh, we've got Lewis Hamilton now. Lovely jubbly. Hamilton's ahead of us now. Hamilton's just got past Stoffel Van Dorn, so that's not what I wanted. And we just got to push right now. I've got to pray Hamilton pits again in this race. So let's just hope and pray Lewis pits. It would be funny if Hamilton pits the same time we have our drive-through, but look, annoyingly, if Hamilton was still behind Van Dorn, I think we will comfortably get ahead. That doesn't help me a little bit by having a little moment there. But I'm just pushing this car to the absolute limits right now to try and beat the likes of Van Dorn and Hamilton. So we could be finishing lower than P6 in this race, but we'll wait and see. As we do need to serve the drive-through, otherwise we will be disqualified at the end of the race. We'll be disqualified right now, so we will have to box this lap. Hopefully we can hit my markers this time, and we run a little bit too wide, not ideal. Going to the pits. So I think we'll lose out here to Hamilton, unfortunately. But I think we should get ahead of the Waffle here. Oh, no he hasn't. Hamilton, he's gone. Stoffel's gone already. And Perez as well. Now we've got to charge now for 8 laps. And get past these guys on medium compound tyres. So we could finish as lower than 6 at the minute, because Hamilton, I think, is out of the question, unfortunately. But now we need to push and try and gain at least some valuable points. It's better than nothing. We're still in the points still. We're only going to get 2 points, though. 4 points? Unrealistic. Oh, I can't do anything about the McLarens, unfortunately. It is what it is. It's just luck, really, with the performance files of the cars. I can't change that. I'm not good at that sort of stuff. So if you see a McLaren fighting at the front, then unfortunately I can't do anything about that. So, and they've done a good tyre strategy as well. So that's why they've got the likes of Stoffel at the front of the field. Well, not the front of the field, but he's in the points. We are closing in on one of them, Perez, on the medium compound, so we are really pushing the boundaries right now. So we're short shifting early for the corners just to get a bit more grip. Grip it, and someone's in the pits, but it's not for position. We did go purple in the final sector, which is quite encouraging, I have to say, but we've got 6 or 7 laps to go now in this Hungarian Grand Prix at Magno Negadic. Keeping X-Mighty G's legacy continuing with his Magno Negadic. Probably the worst impression of X-Mighty G. That was a bit too much there. The back end just lost a little bit there. Perez saving a little bit of his errs. Running too deep there. We've got to cut the corner, not gain any advantage to Perez, so I think that was a good move there. Otherwise we would have took too much, and we could have got a penalty anyway. If we went full pelt through the chicane, that would have been a penalty, so we just had to take that and not worry about that. But back end slides a little bit again. But I'm looking forward to Monza and Spa. You guys saw a few days ago that we won the race with Verstappen around Spa, so we're going to feel pretty confident going into that race in a few days' time, in a few races' time. But I'm pretty sure it's Monza next, or is it Belgium next? What's next, guys? I don't know the calendar, the 2017 calendar, of course. I'm not too sure. What's next on the calendar after Hungary? I'm pretty sure it's Spa, then Monza. I'm pretty sure it's Spa next. Nice track limits. Hello. At least I didn't go full pelt there, Tiger, then, and I would have got a penalty. Oh, we've got the clouds coming in. Is this a sign, guys? Maybe some rain? Maybe some cheeky rain, maybe at the end of the race? Oh, very late there on the brakes we were to Perez. Leaders are on to lap 31 then. Bottas has took the lead again. I didn't spot that. I saw Ricciardo had the lead of the Grand Prix in the middle part of the race. Back and slid out again. It's taking a little bit too much there. But we're now onto the back of Checo. We need to get past Perez here. And then we've got Stoffel the Waffle just up the road as well. And we're both catching him actually, so that's interesting. That McLaren does look pretty good, but we're going to be on the back now of the pink Force India, which a lot of you love. Try and do this, the cheeky undercut if we can on Perez. And get a nice exit there. Another subscriber coming in, thank you so much. As we're going to go down the inside now of Sergio Perez, and this should be a move done. And it is indeed. Perez breaks a little bit early for turn 1, and we move up to P7 in this Grand Prix. Back end slides a little bit, and no sign of Hamilton, so I think now we need to fight with the Waffle for P6, and I'll take P6. Valuable points. At least it's not like 11th place or a DNF. So for one of my least favourite European track, I will take this. I think so. Let's see if we can catch the Waffle for a few more laps. What was the track, guys? I forgot to remember. What was the track next for us? And see if I was right. Is it Spa next? Or is it Monza? Or is it neither? Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I think that's what I mentioned there in the chat. Fly like a... oh dear. That's getting commented, deleted, unfortunately. We don't say that word in the streams here. We are a very nice family-driven channel here of all ages. So unfortunately that may get deleted there, unfortunately. No, there's no Germany. No Germany in the 2017 season, remember. So it is Spa then. Spa it is then. Home to unpredictability with the weather, so that's going to be very intriguing to see what the weather's going to be around there. Or is it Monza? Oh, I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure it's Spa next. But I just wanted clarification. We're now on the back of Van Dorn with only 4 laps to go, or 3 laps to go at the line. We're coming into sprint mode territory now. Done pretty well on fuel as well. Done a very, very good job, I've got to say. And McLaren pretty good in the corners, but on the straights, it's a sitting duck, and we're just gonna try and make the move, but not really a risk. We may as well wait till the main straight and then make our move on the Waffle as we come into that penultimate corner right now. We're gonna have the DRS then on Van Dorn, and we're gonna try and do this cheeky switchback if we can. Getting a good exit. Getting a little bit of dirty F on that McLaren Honda, but this is where it struggles, and this should be an easy move on the Waffle, and it is indeed. We're up to P6. Nearly getting hit there from Stoffel, but we're fine. And I think this is going to be our finishing position right now, so as long as we survive for 3 more laps, 3 more laps, we should be fine. And I will take this very nicely here. And over 258 of you watching this as well. It's absolutely fantastic. If you like what you see, guys, if you want more of this series, make sure you hit that like button as well. And we'll have votes for the Belgium Grand Prix stream for who you want me to drive as for Season 2 or Series 2 of this series, where it's always live, guys, on the channel. And it's one that I absolutely enjoy doing as well. So, oh, back end stint out there a little bit, so not ideal, but we'll see how we crack on then as we come in to the middle, the final sector now. Van Dorn's going to be very quick in the corners. Obviously, that McLaren, as I mentioned, very good in the middle part of the lap, or actually, well, you could say the final sector as well. But on the straights, it is diabolical. So we should be able to pull away from Van Dorn if we can. But the tyres are going to be the big question right now, as it is getting very dark right now with 2 laps to go of the Grand Prix. Will we see rain? Could maybe spice this up a little bit, as we have a fellow Ryan joining us right now in the chat. So great to see you, Ryan. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. But 2 more laps to go then of this Hungarian Grand Prix here. And from where we were, not a bad start though. From where we were originally 9th, and then we were up to 7th, got up to 4th. But I think the guys doing 2 stops has worked for them today, but I just wasn't feeling very confident on the medium tyres around here. And we would have been struggling. We would be down the field if we did the medium tyres around here. So I feel this was the best decision for me to undergo. And they are now on to the final lap of the Grand Prix then. Valtteri Bottas on that final lap then of the Hungarian Grand Prix, as we continue on then in the middle sector, as we've got 1.5 laps to go. And we are putting away now, so it's definitely great for us, but we've got to keep an eye on that fuel, remember. We don't want to run out of fuel and get overtaken by Stoffel, and he's also got Perez behind him as well, remember. Not ideal, but still no sign of rain, so I think we should be fine for 1 more lap then. And it looks like it's going to be Bottas who's going to win the Grand Prix and extend his lead by quite some margin, with Hamilton down in P5. It's not going to help his cause for the championship, as we will now start the final lap then of this Hungarian Grand Prix. Just want to quickly say, guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight, guys. I know it's not where you want me to be. You should be winning these races, but I'm glad to say that we're not going to be doing Hungary for quite some time until we do Series 2 of this series. So I'm glad that we're going to get Hungary out of the way right now, as we've only got a few more corners to go now. And there's a battle going on up ahead, which I don't really want to intrude, but you know me, guys, we like to troll a little bit, so now it is between the 2 Saubers actually fighting for positions. Bottas will win the Hungarian Grand Prix then for Mercedes, and they will extend their lead in the Constructors' Championship. But the battle right now is ahead of us actually between the 2 Saubers for, I think it's for P15. So very nice to see 2 teammates fighting, and I think it's Ericsson leading that battle right now as we come into the final sector then for the final time. We're going to be fine on fuel. We're going to be fine against Van Dorn behind as well. As we come in to the final couple of corners there, can Verline have a chance of getting past his teammate? The answer is going to be no. But for us, I'm very happy to come home with P6 there. This is like a victory for me today on one of my worst tracks in the European circuits this season. We will come home in a very respectable P6 there. Valuable points as well, and that will do very nicely for us there as we are complete. We have finally done a race here. Last time we were here, we got DNF'd, of course. But it is Bottas who wins it, and Toto Wolff there will be very, very happy with that performance from Valtteri. And there he is in Parc Fermé there. He is happy with himself. He wins today's race here at Hungary, with Vettel getting that P3 and Ricciardo just missing out in P2 as well. And yes, I am improving. That's what's good, Chris. I'm very happy, I've got to say, that we've managed to survive this track. But there is us in P6. We should be happy with that performance. But here's the podium then. There is Valtteri Bottas on the top step with Ricciardo in that P2 spot. And there is Seb Vettel, who we had a good battle with during the early stage of this Grand Prix in P3. But there's Bottas, picks up his trophy. And that will really wrap things up here today, I've got to say, for another episode of the Let's Make Massa World Champion Series. We'll go through the final classifications right now that this is unrealistic because of McLaren finish. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. It is the game. The game decides who finishes and who doesn't. But here is the official results then of the Grand Prix, if you guys want to know. We know the top three anyway, so we won't say them. Verstappen got 4th, then it was Hamilton in P5, all doing 2 stops, and then there's us doing a 3 stop, so... yeah, but I'll take it anyway. Van Dorn got P7, Perez got 8th, Stroll, our teammate, got 9th, and Grosjean got the final points paying position. If you want to see the rest of the field, guys, they are on your screen right now. And the only retirees were Sainz, Magnussen, and Kimi Räikkönen, all retiring from the Grand Prix right there. So we'll go through the standings then of the championship as it stands after round 11. We are now up to P4 in the standings now, 60 points behind Valtteri Bottas. So we need to start getting these victories or beat Bottas in the Grand Prix and see how we get on there. And any other changes? Well, Vettel also moves up as well. He's now 4 points behind us. Raikkonen and Verstappen drop from down to 6th and 7th. Van Dorn goes up to P10, going over the likes of Sainz and Ocon. But I think the rest of the field stays as it is. It does indeed. And in the Constructors' Championship, as we can see, Bottas now has a 19-point lead over his teammate. We are still P4, and we're only 22 points behind Ferrari. So we can maybe get top 3. Or even P2. We're not far away from Red Bull as well. About 39 points away. So you never know what could happen in this Grand Prix. But that's going to wrap it up, guys, for this episode of Let's Make Massa World Champion. Next time by will be Spa. A track that you guys know can bring out some unpredictable weather. So we'll have to wait and see what the game will play for us in that race. But it should be quite a good one. It will be on Friday night, guys, at 8 o'clock UK time. Unless times change as well. I'm not available tomorrow or Wednesday because I am going to be away with my girlfriend for a couple of days, just spend a couple of days with her. So I have got 2 videos lined up for you guys tomorrow. One of them is a classic car tomorrow of Michael Schumacher's very first F1 car, which is the Jordan 91, which I'm very excited about there, guys. And then on Wednesday is a heavily requested video of me driving the 2 2007 cars that I did in a few last week, I believe, of the Ferrari and the McLaren on a track, racing against each other. You guys wanted it. You guys shall get it on Wednesday. It should be quite a good one. But that will wrap things up there, guys. So if you haven't already, make sure you slap a like on this video right now. Let's try and hit 200 likes, guys. It would be absolutely amazing if you do that as well. Make sure, like Black Sea Shipments has done there just now, by subscribing to the channel right now and turn those notifications on as well, so you do not miss out on these streams, guys. But until next time, guys, have a fantastic evening, whatever you're doing around the world. And I shall see you guys in a few days' time for another stream. But for more content, guys, there'll be some videos tomorrow and Wednesday as well. But until then, guys, if you've got the beta tomorrow, have a great day testing it, because I'll be doing it as well. But until then, guys, have a great day. I shall see you tomorrow, guys, for a brand new video. Until then, take care, guys, and see you later. Toodles!